Hello guys, how are we doing? Today's video is going to be just a basic thought about my placements. It's going to be a reveal of what my placement was, as well as my thoughts of just generally how the first session of my game went after Season 3 dropped. Yeah, but before that, I just wanted to apologise for the lack of uploads the past few days. I've not been feeling 100%, as you can probably still tell in my voice. But I'm back on the mend. I'm hopefully going to be grinding a little bit today. So I should be back with it with a couple more gameplays coming for you in the next few days or so. So, this gameplay we've got here is a Gavutu Control. I'm playing with some buddies, and I played this. This was my first game after my placement, I believe. And for whatever reason, we beat them. I get a 3.11 KD, which I don't think is too shabby at all. But based on the placement I get, the lobbies aren't the hardest. I'm not going to lie to you. So, talking of which, I got placed in Advanced 1, or whatever it is, the top Advanced. Yeah, Advanced 1, which is fair enough. I think a lot of people I've spoken to, I know a lot of pros. For example, Abizi, he won all 5 of his placements that got put into Advanced 3. So clearly, whatever they're doing, they're not doing what they should be doing with regards to the placements. I don't know whether they're making people grind to get to where they need to get, or what. Bizarrely, 3 out of the 5 placement games I played, most of the people on the enemy team had either Master or Challenger emblems. You guys would know at the end of last season or the beginning of this season, you get gifted like an animated emblem. And if you don't know that, check out your emblems. You'll see a new one in there, and it'll be based on your highest reached skill rating. Essentially, is what it will be. I am absolutely fine here, by the way. I think I'll get another, one more here. Yeah, there's a lovely 5-piece for you. Yeah, so I was playing against a bunch of Masters and Challengers in 3 out of my 4 placement games. 3 out of 5. I keep saying 4. 3 out of 5 of my placement games. So the games were tough. Like, I wasn't playing against bots. Like, most of my placement games, I was playing with people who I would be playing with towards the end of last season when I was in Masters and Challenger lobbies. So yeah, the placement games were tough. It wasn't like the placement games last season where you'd go in and people would be completely brand new and it'd be an easy ride whatsoever. So yeah, I was a bit miffed after playing those guys that I was put into Advanced, but I think because I played as the season dropped, the game didn't really know where anyone was at. But I don't know, maybe it should have used some sort of algorithm to determine where people were last season and just base it off that. So yeah, I got put in Advanced 1. As I said, Abizi got put in Advanced 3, which is obviously incorrect because there's no shot on better than Abizi. He won 5 out of all 5 of his games, whereas I only won 3 out of 5. And I am going to be going into how my placement games went, just so you guys can compare. But as I say, 3 out of 5 of those games I played, I was playing against Masters and Challengers, which was completely bizarre. So let's get into the games I had. So first of all, 3 out of 5 of my placement games were S&D. And I went 8 to 5, 6 and 6, and 11 to 5. So I didn't do too bad. I think I got an average KD of, an average KD of 1.6 or something like that out of those 3 games. So it's not too bad. I won 2 of them. Lost the one where I went 6 to 6. So that probably cost a little bit there. And then my last 2 placement games were a Berlin Hardpoint and a Tuscan Hardpoint. The Berlin Hardpoint. Now I don't know about you guys, but the first day of playing in the update. I mean, look at that joke. Explain that to me. So, as I said, the Berlin Hardpoint I played, I was getting that constantly, absolutely 0 hit reg. My ping was through the ceiling, and for whatever reason, a lot of my games, I mean, I'm jittering everywhere. Look at my ping top left. I'm going up to 100, 200 ping. It wasn't an enjoyable experience for sure, and most of my games were like that. I don't know whether because it was day 1, it was a server overload or what, but you can see even in this gameplay, although I do get a 3-point-something KD, I am struggling connection-wise. Now, I am intrigued whether any of you guys are struggling as much as I am. I know we've had issues such as hit reg and other things like that, but for me, the biggest downside to the new season was just the connection. I could not move without jittering everywhere. It would be so annoying. I'd be holding an angle and I'd literally teleport. I mean, I'm just watching the gameplay we've got here. Thankfully, managed to get the kills, but it's whenever I slide, whenever I jumped, it just wasn't happy with it. So I don't know whether it was just because the servers couldn't handle the amount of people on or what, but honestly, it was a struggle. It was an absolute struggle. So yeah, the Berlin Hardpoint, I went 26 and 29. I did go neg, and I was playing against the Masters and Challengers, which again doesn't help. And as I said, I was on very high latency. It was worse than the game you're watching at the moment. I did record it, but I didn't really want to share it with you guys because I didn't think it'd be anything you'd want to see. The last thing you want to see is someone dropping neg while getting 100, 200 ping. So I didn't bother. And to be fair, sometimes when I get 100 ping, it's not bad. Like it's bearable, but it's just the constant packet loss and the high latency bursts and it teleporting you left, right, and centre. Anyway, my game 5 was a Tuscan hardpoint, which we managed to win. I went 25 and 10 with a minute and a half on the hill. I think they got 90 points or something, so that was one of the easiest games I had on the placement, and what you'd normally expect of a placement game. So yeah, I won 3 out of 5. One of them I lost due to having just insane latency, and to be fair, I had rubbish latency throughout the whole of it. But yeah, this is the first game back, and even though, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, but you guys can see there's not much left of the video. There's only 3 minutes left, and we're already 2-0 up. We're going to win 3-0. I don't want to spoil it, but we win 3-0. I get a 3.11 KD. And even after that, I didn't get any SR. So this is another thing I want to add to the list of things that you guys could share with me. Are you getting games where you're not winning any SR whatsoever? Now, other than the fact that the connection was shocking, the SR seems to be a little bit broken. Because the game after this, yeah, this is funny actually. The game after this, I went 16 and 8 on S&D, and I lost. We lost the game, which is fair enough. You should lose SR if you lost. But I went 16 and 8 and lost 111 SR. Now, I was baffled by that. There's never been a time on this ranked Vanguard that I've lost that much ever. But getting 16 kills in S&D, I don't think deserves that. I don't think that was warranted whatsoever. But yeah, have you guys had any sort of circumstances where you've won a game and you haven't been given SR, or you've lost way more than you thought you should have, or even if you've won way more than you thought you should have? I'd be interested to hear either way. And again, have you struggled with connection issues? What is your thoughts? And then the final thing I want you guys to tell me is what you guys placed in, how many placement games you won, and what division you ended up getting placed in. I know most people, the maximum they got placed in was either elite or expert. Well, very few people got put in elite, but expert tend to be the obvious one. And I think the main reason for that is because everyone was playing at the same time, so no one was actually ranked before they were deciding what ranks to put the people they were playing against into, if that makes any sense. The elo sort of hadn't balanced out yet. So, yeah, in the end, I played 18 games on that day, including the 5 placement matches, and I finished my day at 1436. My placement put me at 1408, which, as I said, was advanced 1, and then getting the 111 SR hit after my first loss on S&D. It was quite a hard regain after that, but I managed to claw it back and finished on 1436, which is only 28 above what I started on, which is a shocker considering I played, I don't know, 13 games after the placement. But hey-ho, that's what happens when the SR's not quite fixed. So I'm jumping on today, getting some gameplays in for you. I'm still in advance because I haven't played since this day. So I'm hoping, you know, the lobby's a little bit easier, the things are balanced out. I'm already looking at my friends list, and one of my mates on my friends list is already in Challenger. I've got a couple in Master and one in Elite. So I think that the SR is sort of balancing out slowly, which is expected over time. But yeah, basically, I'm asking how you found the experience. It'd be interesting for you guys to let me know. So the game's coming to close here. We're 17 to 9 up on lives, but we do only have 14 seconds. But I think we are frying slightly here. And my mate picks up the kill, finishes the game. So I don't get too many kills, but it was an easy 3-0 win. I dropped 28 kills, and I think I die with a 3.11 KD. I think I died 9 times. Yeah, 28 and 9 with 15 objectives. I don't think that's too shabby. Make sure you guys leave a like, sub if there's any more Vanguard content you want to see. Yeah, and again, share with me your experience of Vanguard Season 3 ranked so far. Till next time, guys, I'll catch you in a bit.